What is going on, YouTube? Northeast Ohio Sports Cards here for a combination PSA reveal and mail day. So I figured I'd just combine these all into one video. Got a PSA economy order back in the mail today. This was sent on, so the details, August 4th. August 1st. Checked in September 4th. And I got it back today. So 8 months from the time I shipped it off. And then we got a stack of an eBay lot that I bought, and then the Star Stock stuff that I had sent home that I've talked about on the channel before, but I didn't do any type of mail day or anything like that on it. So we'll start with that real quick. Then we'll jump into this and call it a day. So YouTube stuff down below, like, comment, sub. You guys and girls know the drill. Let's rock and roll. So let's start with the Star Stock stuff first. I had 2 cards sent home from Star Stock. Took exactly a week. I submitted the request Monday morning. I had them home the following Monday. They were in my mailbox. The trick has to be graded cards. So one is just a Bellinger update, which I should say, other than the one thing, most of this stuff's going to be for sale. So if someone really loves something here, let me know. Bellinger update. I bought this on Star Stock for, at the time, a good price. It never sold, and then he got hurt. So I figured I'll just send the thing home and use it for trade bait or something like that. At this point, I'm probably just going to end up sitting on it until he gets healthy. So I don't know. Maybe I should have left the Star Stock. But once again, I had it sent home before I knew he was going to get dinged up. It is what it is. Stuff happens. It's a couple $100 card. It's not like the end of the world. Sucks, but not the end of the world. And then the Ohtani pink refractor. Sorry about the glare. But this card looks really nice in person, I will say. As Lico3 likes to say, it's got really good shine. So, very nice looking card. I got this for $300. They're currently going for about $400. Once again, this was picked up as potential trade bait / flip at a show or whatever. I have not had any luck doing that. But we'll keep grinding. We'll see what happens. I may just end up selling it on eBay, or if someone wants it that bad, I'll sell it to them. I've had a couple people interested in it, just haven't pulled the trigger on a deal yet. Then the second thing, mail day wise, is a lot that I purchased. I got all 3 of these for $8.50. I think shipped. Maybe it was like $8.75 with shipping and tax. So we have 2 previously mentioned person of interest that I would like to buy more of their cards before the playoff starts. Donovan Mitchell, 2 PSA 10 optics, and PSA 10 Prism base. Nothing crazy, but I felt $8.50 for the 3 was a pretty good price. This was pre-injury. These all netted out to be slightly under comps. You know, this was going for about $450 to $475. These were going for about $225. I basically got these for $225 and this for $400. So you can rework the numbers however you want, but it cost me $8.50 for the 3, which came out slightly under individual eBay comps. I saved a little bit buying the lot, and I was perfectly fine with that. This is exactly what I like to do. If he pops off during the playoffs and I want to risk it and hold it for a couple rounds, I could sell the Prism, or I could sell the 2 mosaic or 2 optics and hold on to the Prism and ride that a little bit longer, just depending on what goes up, what doesn't. And if, he doesn't, he should be back, but worst case happens, they get bounced in the first round or something crazy, I'll ride the wave, hold on to his stuff, and hope that it goes back up right prior to next season starting. And then go ahead and move it, because I could easily see the Jazz still being a favorite for the West, even at the beginning of next NBA season. So I'd be fine riding it out with that. So those are the mail day stuff. I did just purchase a rather large, I shouldn't say large, because a Luca card large could mean a lot of things. I just spent $1,000 plus on a Luca card. I don't know when it'll be here, probably this weekend. Or early next week, depending on when you're seeing this. So we'll do a mail day on that one when that one comes in. So let's get into this. And once again, most of these will be for sale, or I'm planning on selling most of these. This was just a bunch of random stuff I sent in that I wanted to get in before economy service went away back late last summer. So I got hammered on this one. I'm not going to lie. I got absolutely destroyed on this sub. Most of this pile is 9s. Not to be spoilery, but I looked at the grades ahead of time. So let's just go ahead and go through the stack. There's just some random base stuff in here. There's not like the most expensive card in this sub in a PSA 10 is probably $350, maybe $375, depending on comps. But most of it's lower tier stuff. There's nothing absolutely stunning in here. So, and there's a couple dupes. So up first, we have just LeBron Jam Masters. PSA, they both got 9s. I knew that these weren't big cards. I was just hoping, in a 10, maybe get $100 out of them, $20 to grade it. I pack pulled most of this stuff from Mosaic that I ripped. I still really like this card. Obviously, I like it a lot less than a 9. And you would prefer some type of Mosaic variation on it. But as an entry-level LeBron card, I think these would sell relatively well in a 10. I'll be curious to see how they do in a 9. This, I would basically expect to barely cover the cost of grading. And these were about 20 some bucks a card. Actually, can't remember the exact amount I paid. I think it was like $26, $28, $25. I don't remember. Whatever economy service was going for back in August. So I could probably get, I don't know, $25, $30, minus eBay fees plus shipping or whatever. So it's whatever. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. If I just break even on my 9s, I'm usually happy. Just depending on what it is. That was just one of those ones where if you hit a 9, you'll break even. If you hit a 10, you could triple up maybe. Another LeBron base, just the base optic. PSA 10, nothing crazy, or PSA 9 rather. Nothing crazy here. This was back when all LeBron base cards were going absolutely nuts. So this stuff, if no one absolutely is dying for it, the LeBron stuff, I'll probably hold for a couple weeks just to sell once he's back and they're making noise in the playoffs. So probably right at the start of the playoffs, I'll look to move those. And like I said, just try to barely eke out a profit. I may even just try to sell these at shop or something, just to bust even on them. Next up, Tyler Hero Prism Base PSA 9. Once again, nothing crazy. This is another card that's gone down a ton as he's kind of had a really up or down season. I'll probably look to just move that right away. Next, 2 Luca Greens, both pulled PSA 9s. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Get you a little tighter. There we go. A little tighter shot. I have this in a silver mosaic. It looks really good. Where did it go? Can't find it. That I graded before. So I sent these in, hoping at least one would 10. They both got 9s. Once again, it's whatever. I think these go for about 40 or $50. I might be able to actually make a little bit on this. I haven't checked comps on a lot of this stuff yet. This order actually popped a week and a half. It took almost 2 weeks to ship this order. I have never seen that with PSA. Usually when your grades pop, you get shipping notification like the next day or a day after at most. This took almost 2 weeks before I had USPS tracking on this. So their outbound department must just be slammed, which I guess is a good thing because it means they're cranking orders out. Next 2 are second year silvers. When I submitted these were both going for astronomical amounts in PSA 10s, but that was also August when everything was absolutely insane price-wise. So these have come down quite a bit, and I also pulled 9s. Michael Porter Jr., second year PSA 9 silver, and Trey, second year silver 2019. Both nice looking cards. I can probably say this about all these except for a couple. I thought both these would 10. I thought these both looked really clean, but it is what it is. PSA and their whims. I don't buy into the whole pop controlled nonsense and all that stuff. And, they're giving out more 9s or 10s right now. I just go with, they probably saw something that I didn't, I look the cards over close, but I don't have a loop. I wipe them down with a microfiber. I check the surfaces as best that I can. I check the corners best that I can. It is what it is. The last PSA submission I did using the exact same methods I used for this one, I got 12 out of 12 or 15 out of 15 PSA 10s. So you win some, you lose some. Now this one, this is a Morant, I believe a pink camo. Yeah, this pulled a 9. I thought this was going to get a 9. I rolled the dice hoping this would 10, knowing that even in a 9 that I would be able to make money on this. It has a small surface mark somewhere in this area. I forget where exactly. But there is a small little surface nick that's very common on Mosaic on this. So I was not surprised to see this come back as a 9. This one was expected. Like I said, I submitted this expecting a 9, hoping for the 10. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But even in a 9, I'll do relatively okay on that. Jaw Optic, PSA 9. Centering was a little bit of an issue on this one. It's a little heavy on the right and on the top, I believe. A lot of this stuff was my rejects from SGC. So my best Prism and Optic, I sent to SGC in March and got tied up in that tangled web. And then this was like my leftovers and other stuff I had pulled since. So I think that's why a lot of this stuff got 9s. Like, once again, this one centering wise, I thought maybe it could pull a 10 because PSA could be a little wishy-washy on centering sometimes, but it got a 9. Is what it is. Once again, I can actually make a little bit of profit on that one. Same thing, Zion Optic, PSA 9. This one also slightly off-centered. Not super surprised this pulled a 9. Once again, was kind of hoping maybe it squeaks in for a 10. It didn't. It's whatever. Zion Mosaic base got a 9. I'm never shocked when these get a 9. Anyone that's ever handled base Mosaic knows that they are just surface nightmares. Every little nick, scratch, piece of dust, everything shows up on these. I bet you I should pull numbers on this. I think this is one of the hardest cards to get a PSA 10 in from 2019 product. I guarantee if you look at the ratio of 10s to 9s on this compared to any other product out there, I guarantee you this is the hardest 10 to pull. I do have this in I already have one of these from a previous submission in a PSA 10, and I have a Morant PSA 10. Those are two I might actually look to hold on to versus Prism base. I'm not saying like run out and buy a bunch of Mosaic PSA 10 bases, but I think long-term wise, the pop count's going to be kind of low on those just because, or low-ish, probably like Optic levels, maybe slightly higher because there was a lot of Mosaic printed, but these are just very tough grades. Actually, the variations grade easier. Like this stuff, like the pink camo Zion back here, I actually think are easier grades than the base. That being said, so as of right now, everything that we've gone through is a 9. We have 4 cards left. This whole pile is all 9s. I think it was a 14 card order, 12 card order. I don't remember. Mosaic, LeBron, base, PSA 10. So this pulled to 10. I think this is about an $80 or $90 card. Once again, I haven't checked comps recently. But like we just discussed, these are very tough 10s. So it's a LeBron 47th year card. I'm not like, oh my God, this thing's $1,000 or anything crazy like that. But for a LeBron base card that I paid $20 to grade, $25 to grade, that I can now sell for $75, $85, $90, whatever they go for, it's a nice profit. Basically 3x since a base LeBron's essentially practically free. Next one, Optic Trae Young base rookie, PSA 10. This is a classic story of you can get PSA 10s on eBay. I bought this raw on eBay 2 years ago and then finally decided to grade it. I thought it looked pretty good, sent it in, and she got the 10. I will say, other than the 2 Zions, the Optic and the Mosaic and the Jaw Optic, the 3 most important cards I got 10 on. This was one of them. I don't know. These don't sell for like a ton. There may be $150, $200 maybe. But upside wise, I think a Trae Young Optic base is one of the better cards in this entire submission. So that did pull a 10. I guess we'll keep the 10s in a separate pile since there are so few. MPJ Prism base second year PSA 10. Really happy this got a 10. As you guys and girls know, I am really big on MPJ. Even after the Jamal Murray injury, I still think he's a really good, at minimum, he's a good long-term hold. So I actually will not look to move this. I'm going to hold on to this. The only other PSA 10 MPJ I have is the red, white, and blue one, slightly off camera there. You can just see the corner of it right down here. This is a classic case of buying multiples and selling some off. So I had about 8 or 9 MPJ base prisms. I pulled out the best one. I looked through them all. I thought one had a really good shot at a 10. That's this one. It went off for grading. The rest I sold. You know, I was upfront with people. I said, like, I think these are legit PSA 9s when I sold them. But I sold them back in August when they were at the peak of their powers. I sold base MPJs raw for like $70 to $90 a card in some cases. But because I had like 5 or 6 of them, I was fine with that. You know, okay, cool. I could lock in, and I paid like $8 for them. I bought them back when in the middle of the season when Prism came out, like that February of 18 or 19 rather, before the market went nuts. February of 19, his stuff was dirt cheap. I was like, whatever, I'll load up. And then little did I know what the basketball market was going to turn into. I never thought that would be a $70 or $80 or $90 card. But I unloaded them, had a massive return on that, which allowed me to essentially this, and I bought this for undervalue, are essentially free and then some regarding my MPJ investments. So I'm essentially into these 2 cards for literally nothing. I bought 2 of these on my slabs when prices spiked, sold one off to almost cover the cost of this one, and then I'm free rolling this one based off the raw sales. So I am going to hold on to those 2 and ride the waves with MPJ and see what happens. And then the last one is just a Morant base prism, but it did nab the 10. So of the cards, these are probably the 2 most important ones, with the tray coming in third when it comes to, if I wanted to pick just 3 cards to get 10s, it would probably be these 3, with maybe the Zion Optic replacing the tray. I'm not sure. They're probably pretty close in value, actually. The Zion's probably a little bit more right now with the way that he's been playing. So these 3 I will probably look to hold on to. This pile of 9s is essentially for sale. So if someone wants something, hit me up pretty quick before they end up on eBay or some other random deal. If I still have them, I will absolutely hook you guys and girls up, and then mail day with those plus the Mitchells. So I have a Luca card coming in the mail that I picked up. Pretty good size, a little over $1,000. I'm excited about it. I've been wanting this specific card for a long time, and I had problems finding one for what comps were, let alone under comps. And I actually got this one a couple $100 under comps. So we'll tell the story on that once it comes in. That was an eBay purchase. Used some eBay bucks on that one. But that should be here in about a week or so. I don't know exactly when this is going up yet, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys and girls. I should have another PSA order coming back soon based off of where it's at in the process, and that will be a Marvel order. We'll see how that one does. I'm a little nervous. Anytime Marvel Universe grades pop, I'm always nervous because those are tough grades, very tough grades. So we'll see what happens with that one. That's all I got for you guys. Like, comment, sub. Catch you guys and girls on the next one. Peace.